One click is all it takes to lose everything.
We are in a cyber war. You can either be a defendant or you could be a victim.
If you want any chance of winning the cyber war, you have to start playing a little offense by deploying offensive countermeasures. Now, don't get me wrong. The primary job in cybersecurity is defense. We need to stop the offense. We need to stop the attackers. We need to keep them out of our network. So yes, we absolutely need to reduce the attack surface, harden our systems, patch our boxes, configuration management, monitoring, logging, all those things are absolutely required. But guess what? If all we do is play defense, we are making it too easy for the adversary. We are making it too easy for them to break in. If we want to start slowing down the adversary and we want to start getting early detection, the way you do that is by playing a little offense. Let's go in and start tricking the adversary. Let's go in and start misleading and making it harder for them. And this is called offensive countermeasures. And the idea is pretty straightforward. Essentially, those of you that have been in security for a while, it's honeypots on steroids. It's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of honeypots, right? It is like, wow, I actually did pretty good with that accent. Normally I don't do accents well. I'm gonna have to repeat my Arnold again, right? Arnold is in the house, right? So let's keep going. So the way we do offensive countermeasures is this. We set up a bunch of decoys. So let's say normally an attacker might scan your network and they would see 10 servers. Every one of them is a target. Then they see 4 open ports on each server and then they look for vulnerabilities. That's way too easy and way too simple. So what if I now deploy deception on my network? So now, when you scan my network, you see 100 servers. 10 are legitimate and 90 are decoys. Now here's the cool part. If you're a normal user, if you're a legitimate customer, you just go to the site you're supposed to, and there's minimal impact. There's zero impact to this deception. It does absolutely nothing to hurt your legitimate customers. But an attacker that's scanning your network, now they're going to see 100 targets. Now they have to try to break into 100 targets. Then when they port scan your system, instead of 4 ports, they see 15. Once again, making it extremely difficult for them to break in. Now I'll tell you, I'm always testing and working with new products. And when I first started playing with deception a few years ago, I'm like, cool, slows down the adversary. It's going to slow down the adversary. It's going to make it harder. But I wasn't a big proponent because to me, you're postponing the inevitable. Attackers are still going to get in. So great, now instead of getting in 2 hours, they get in 20 hours, but they're still getting in. So I was missing it. And then earlier this year, boom, a light went on. It hit me. The real value of deception, the real value of offensive countermeasures is not that it slows down the adversary. It's not that it takes longer to break in. It's early detection. It's basically now giving us an early warning system that somebody's trying to break in. Because question, if I have 10 legitimate servers and 90 decoys, should anybody be hitting those decoys? No. So now as soon as an adversary hits even one or connects to one of those decoys, boom, we got them, we set off an alert, and we go after and we shut them down. So now we have an easy, effective way to get early detection. And I will tell you, I've built deceptive networks for a lot of our clients, and if you do it correctly, even the best attacker on the planet will hit one of the decoys. They'll hit at least one because they're not that good. Nobody can mind the minefield and get around every single one of them. They're gonna hit one of those. And now as soon as they connect, you caught them and you can respond. So if the name of security is early detection and controlling the damage, then deception is a solution you definitely have to deploy in your network. So if you work in cybersecurity and you currently don't have the decoys and deception and offensive countermeasures in place, you're missing out. You need to get on board and start making it harder for the adversary.